All right, y'all. Welcome back to the channel. This is Clarity Empress, the Empress of Clarity, here to do another collective energy reading. I am Palo Santoing my space right now because, yeah, that last reading was. We gonna go with some new energy and some good vibes. We want some lessons. We want to hear some good news. We're not asking about anybody in particular. No. We're just going to focus on what comes out and what we need to know. Now, sometimes not so good things do come out in the reading, but that is protection. When you get warned, it's a form of protection, right? So we're going to go for that. All right. What's up, Black Cherry? Girl, that last reading, you just missed it. Ugh. I had to clear the space. I had to Palo Santo real quick because I'm like, girl. Mm-mm-mm. Now I'm gonna pull up a Valentine's deck. Yeah, that last reading was about that person is no bueno. Feel me? Like no good whatsoever. So yeah, the other person, they're not ready to mature. They're not there. But we gonna move on. Somebody asked for a reading or wanted to ask a question. I say I'll put the cash app up in the next one if they followed me here, but that is not what I was doing. You know, like you can pay for a question. You know what we do. You can donate for a question. But she didn't do that, so whatever. All right, so we gonna start this. I really like this new camera. Is that 1080p? I don't know what the other one was. I don't even wanna. I ain't gonna find out anyway. But it's much better. We can hear. It's so look how crystal clear everything is. Like damn, right? A little too nice. I gotta I'm gonna clean up with that some more. I'd already cleared up my cards. I'm like this show everything. Remember how when them flat screens really went flat and the high definition really got better. Those newscasters, oh my god, you could see through the makeup. I was like, they made technology a little too good. This is like what it reminds me of. Like you can really see, oh, look at the lines in their faces. You know what I mean? You start seeing everything. Like that studio makeup wasn't making it happen no more. Damn high definition television is seeing through it. All right, Spirit, give me a message for the collective. We want something nice and positive, but anything you give us is a warning and a blessing, so we still take it. Thank you. And let's go. You see my little thumbnail? Did you smile today? Because that's the vibe I'm on right now. Let's be happy. You know what I'm saying? So we got the Emperor, organization, logic, structure, and discipline, leadership. Oh, there we got. This is the second time in a row. That came out in the live last night. Divine masculine, divine feminine. Now we got the Emperor and now the Empress. Lavish abundance, giving birth to your dreams, nurturing yourself and others. Okay, so what you trying to tell me, Spirit? What we trying to know? You know what I'm saying? Like that is something. Knight of Water, emotional, romantic, enthusiastic, contemplative. Somebody wants to make a romantic offer, falling in love, wedding proposal, the need to balance emotions, invitation to a social event. Hidden energy, somebody wants to come bring an offer. The Ace of Earth, somebody really wants a new beginning. Uh, Overflow of abundance, promise of business venture, important documents and contract. I feel like this is given like, and not to be put them on a pedestal, but just to use them as an example. It's giving Jay-Z, Beyonce vibes because these people are on top, right? So the emperor and the empresses are above all the kings and the queens. They have their kingdom and they run it well. But some about this is giving, if these two people came together, they would take off. Like their money would just be bananas. Like, mm, tell me more, spirit. That's why the Ace of Earth is here because the two of them are not together. This is the previous, this is the current energy. This person, this emperor, um, is coming out because he wants this empress. I think that's what happened before. The Knight of Water here, Ace of Earth, and then we got death. So there's an ending. It says an end of a phase, a situation, spiritual transformation, time to move on. There's some type of release here, but I'm gonna figure out what that is. Page of Earth, scholarly, dependable, patient, and successful. Good news about financial matters. Wanting to do something more challenging, a new area of study. So, mm, um, yeah. So I need to clarify this with a different deck because I only read these upright. And I feel like there's an ending. But what is this for? Like the two of them is definitely somebody that's a counterpart to their Empress. This is the yin and yang. This is the yang and the yin energy. He wants to give something to this Empress. That I know. Because she don't, you know, I don't know what this woman's name is, but they starting to call her the Kevin Samuels for women. I don't know why. But she does say some good points. I don't know her, so I don't know all her sound bites. Again, I wish I knew her name. But she talks about the masculine energy being the action and movement, whereas the feminine energy is receptive and waits, right? She receives. And a lot of people don't understand that that's what it means. Is when you're in your at your masculine energy, you're taking charge, you're action oriented, you're moving forward, you're creating projects, you're doing this and that. But when you're in your feminine energy, you receive the blessings, you attract the blessing, you're given things, right? So Priscilla, that's her name. I only seen sound bites of her. I gotta watch her. And I don't know why. I just discovered her maybe 48 hours ago. And I thought it was just a one off. And then I started seeing a series of videos in the last 2 days. So I'm like, who is this lady and where did she come from? Because I have no idea who she is. The emperor wants to do I feel like he wanted to go a new direction. Tell me more. Because that's past energy. So he either he's preparing for a new direction or wants to go in a new direction. About this Empress though, and I feel like it's toward this feminine energy. Winter. Spirit said now, but she also could be cold as ice to him in a sweet way, not mad, just mm. But yeah, something could be happening this winter. There is a metamorphosis. We got this twice really because death is a metamorphosis. So there's a change in the way something is going to be offered. There's also a change in emotions. Excuse me. Somebody can make money with their hands. Also, they're very inspired by this Empress energy, but they can make money with their hands. So they might be an artist, they may be a marketer, they could be somebody that does something on a computer or like a graphic artist or something like that. I heard marketing, executive. They could be somebody, project management, somebody oversees the whole entire project. So they oversee the creativity of others in order to support the project. I heard nurse, but it just sounds weird. But yeah, I heard nurse, police, but it brings money. It's whatever they do that's inspiring. Somebody is living their purpose, or trying to live their purpose, because this is in the challenge and the lesson. Somebody's starting to focus on their purpose, whatever that is. Tell me about the release. Why is that here, Spirit? Fifth dimension. Hmm. So there's some type of release in the 5D, maybe an ending. What's the bottom of the deck? Soulmate? No. I gotta clarify that. Why is there a release in there in the 5D? What is that? Oh, oh, okay. So I just heard that these two people have a contract that was initiated in the 5D, and they're going through a 3D cycle that's coming to an end, because they still communicate in the ethers, and they communicate in that 5D realm. And what I'm getting is that they have to agree to break this cycle. This cycle, whatever they're in, whatever this toxicity is that they're doing on this 3D level, has got to end. Whether it's a third party, whether it's just the two of them, it don't matter. It's got to end. The spirit said it's going to end. That's the likely outcome. It's already having a metamorphosis right now. Soulmate, they have a contract. It's like they're supposed to have a new beginning here. They were supposed to agree to that here, but somebody has to bring an offer to this empress. Well, the somebody's this emperor has to bring an offer to this empress in order to recycle this the right way. I heard, but they gotta end whatever they're in that they're cycling about. They have to release that in order to have what is promised to them in that contract with their counterpart. So somebody is being called to the carpet to fulfill their obligation. And then all the earthly riches that they wanted will probably open up for them in ways that they never even imagined. But if they don't do what's right or what's agreed upon, so to speak, then they will not receive their inheritance. I don't normally channel like that. Wow. Wow. Somebody is supposed to receive an inheritance on earth. They're supposed to be blessed on earth, but they're not going to get it if they don't fulfill their contract, which means they got to end some type of toxicity, some type of cycles that they're in order to release what they've been promised, or they promised each other, or something like that. But yeah, so it's not all bad. It's really just about a decision somebody has to make and the action that they need to take. So, and if this emperor is really an emperor energy and not an emperor reverse energy, right? If they really are being the masculine and taking steps to do things better, which spirit said they are with new direction, then they should be able to accomplish that in that cycle. Change, have a rebirth. They should be able to do that. But we all should, could, would, all kind of things, right? Tell me about the new direction with the Empress spirit. Nine of Wands. Somebody wants to rush into something too. And I mean, like they kind of just like know what direction they want to go in. But they gotta tread carefully. It's like you cannot rush an Empress either. You can if you haven't been fulfilling your 3D promises, you cannot rush the Empress. You can go talk to her. You can, I don't know. You can negotiate, but you will not rush the Empress, because If you built any mistrust with her in the past because y'all talking in the 5D instead of just the 3D, then there's a whole lot you're gonna have to do to gain her respect. Right, Emperors? Tell me what. Yeah. So when I get the Knight of Pentacles, Spirit is telling me that somebody don't want to be slow no more. So this person may rush into this Empress only to get a bit of a halt, a brick wall, so to speak. They can't rush into her. I just feel like that's strongly. They cannot rush into this Empress. They can't do that. That's not good. Eight of Wands, yes. So there's some type of barrier. They might have car trouble, but there's some type of barrier blocking some type of progress. The Eight of Wands is in reverse. Maybe the barrier and to that person is until this metamorphosis actually occurs. That there's no talking. There's no don't give her an offer if you can't be consistent. Yeah, so this person definitely is inspired by this Queen of Pentacles, which I feel like is also this Empress energy. Um, she's Spirit says she good on her own, so it's not even that this person might be inspired by her, but she really don't need them. So this is a very independent, well to do or took taken care of person. This Queen of Coins, Empress energy doesn't need the Emperor. He could come, but they got to sort through some things before it'll work out. Yeah, this is what has to happen. Healing has to begin. The Five of Cups in reverse. The Five of Cups in uh reverse. They need to heal, come out of regret, stop. Spirit said whining and complaining. This is healing. This is a healing card. For me, this card, the way it falls right now, is a good card. This is saying somebody's releasing blame and disappointment and shame and regret and maybe even fears so that they can fulfill this karmic contract. Well, what's the bottom of the deck? Eight of Cups. This person definitely that Emperor wants to come back toward this Empress. They realize who she is. They want to come back. They want to I just heard oh gosh. What song is that? Loving you, loving you, love you. When I'm loving you, love. Why would you wanna break up? Why would you wanna break up? Whoever song that is, you know that song, right? So this person is like, damn, I love you. I don't want to break up. I know I have a I have a contract with you. They may have some karmic issues that they got to tie up in this 3D, but this is a contract that was created before the two of you got here. Also, this is somebody that you can have a full blown conversation in the 5D. This is like you're telepathic with each other. You teleport to each other. You know what I'm saying? This is somebody that you talk, they listen. They talk, you hear them. You know what I mean? Y'all got a contract that's unfinished. I feel like it's unfinished business, but it can't come together until some changes are made because metamorphosis is here in the hidden energy. There's a barrier here to an offer that wants to be given to this Empress, as it should be, because until there's a change made, what are you offering? What are you offering? If until you make a change, what could you possibly offer this Empress, right? So let's see. Let's go a little deeper. Because so far, so good. Tell me more, Spirit. Somebody's recognizing the changes that they need. They may be a little bit excited about being with this Empress, which know, it's understandable. If you really love somebody, you would get excited about them. Yep, they gotta raise their vibrations. They gotta be a more vibrational match with this Empress, and they need to surrender. Um, I also get that the Empress does not feel soft enough to feel safe. So whatever was done in the past, she can't surrender to this person until she feels soft. Let me close. Yeah, until she feels like I can be safe, I can be soft, a woman in my feminine energy. That's a challenge. Pride and ego. This is the barrier. So this masculine has a pride and ego issue. They may be too prideful to apologize or show how they really feel. Um, their ego precedes them, put it that way. Tell me more, spirit. What did I say about the pause? I just said the pause. I feel like this is spirit's way of saying no, it's pause until folks can get their stuff together. But I also feel like this queen put a pause on this. Cause I feel like she knows, the Empress knows, just like the Emperor knows, like this is my counterpart. But I feel like she don't really need him. So it's kind of like, well, I'm gonna put a pause on that because until you can show me X, Y, and Z, or whatever that is, um, I just can't. I just can't. That's what I heard. I just can't because it wasn't really a full sentence. I just can't. I'm not going to. I don't need you. She ain't codependent on this person. She don't need no money from this person. She don't need anything. Anything they add would be a blessing, but it's not a need. She doesn't require it. What would be required is cooperation and consideration and respect and love and all of that. But I don't think she needs anything from this masculine energy. Oops, about to drop a bunch of cards. All right, come on. If you're gonna pop out, pop all the way out. Well, there we go. And this person wants forgiveness. You see that? Oh, I love this camera. Forgiveness. So this is what the masculine wants. He wants his soulmate, his counterpart, his twin flame, to forgive him. And he wants to reinvent that relationship. This person wants to start new and fresh and on a different vibe, right? The whole vibe, the whole feng shui, the relationship gotta shape up and change. But it's gonna take two. One, it's not just the masculine that has to do something different. The feminine is going to also have to, the Empress energy is going to also have to, once forgiven, let bygones be bygones. Kind of like, you can't be bringing it up and harping on something from the past. It's kind of like, if you decide that an apology and the change action is enough and you want to move forward, don't be bringing up the past over and over again, because that means you're bitter and you didn't get over it. So if you agree to work on it, maybe couples therapy or family therapy, do what's needed to heal from it, but don't hold on to it in pain. That's the advice on that. Is just don't hold on to it in a painful, resentful way. It's kind of like you just need to kind of push forward with it so that you can go forward happy and less stressed about things and just be able to trust. But this person has to basically prove to you that they can be trusted, because they're asking for forgiveness for them cycles that they put you through. They want to heal this situation. Five of Cups on reverse. They're changing. There's a death and a rebirth. This person is growing up, compared to that last reading I just did, this is a person who is actually growing up because they're remorseful for their actions, which means they do have a heart. They're not emotionally detached from you. They just need to figure out how they're going to move forward, but they know that they are. That's what I'm getting here with this forgiveness. It's like, can you forgive me and can we move on? Can we change what we are experiencing now? Excuse me, can we improve upon it? But I do feel a bit of a rush. I almost choked on my own words. I feel like this person, um, if they saw you, they would black. You know what I mean? Like verbal diarrhea all over the place. Just be on. I'm sorry. Blah 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 blah. Like if they could steal your time and get you to focus on them for that moment, they gonna apologize. But that would be overwhelming. I feel for this Empress energy because I heard don't rush her. Do not rush her. So this person that needs to approach this differently than maybe if they done it in the past that didn't work. Don't do that. Um, See if she will talk to you. I don't know. I feel like I'm giving advice to this emperor because they really are changing, right? So they need to they need advice. They need to they need mentorship. They need somebody like who been through something like this with the love of their life to sit them down. They gotta make amends. Like you can't just rush somebody with, oh, I apologize. You know, somebody did that to me, and it was a female, but it was an ex coworker. She apologized to me, but she thought apologizing to me automatically meant she could be in my life. And I just said to her, I appreciate the apology. You know, I'm over that, but thank you. And I left it at that. But I ended up a couple months later just blocking her because she thought that, okay, well, I've apologized, which didn't really change the circumstance. Just let me know, okay, you sorry because I removed myself from that situation and then they ate you up. But then nothing really changed about her. And even the apology was a little bit unclear because it was some stuff behind it, right? I just feel like that's not what your person is giving you. I feel like this person knows that they need to apologize. They know they owe you something. They know they need to surrender. If they want you in their life, they don't owe you anything. But if you want somebody in your life and you done them dirty, oh yeah, you're gonna have to apologize. And you're gonna have to change. You cannot show up the same way. That just doesn't that's not gonna work for anybody. Because again, the resentment will be there. You know, y'all live in the past, y'all will argue, stay mentally in the past, and it won't go anywhere. It won't be healthy. Right. And that's the thing. People grow and change. Not everybody's going to stay the same. You know what I'm saying? Like you come back, you come to me, and I'm nothing like where you left me off 5 years ago, 3 years ago, 2 years ago, a day ago. I could be different because the way I process information, maybe I just realized I don't want that anymore. I'm different. Or the way I would approach handling people, like I was telling the previous live, like I don't want to argue with people. I don't I'd rather nothing you than to have to explain to you all the things you did wrong. You know what I mean? Like it's kind of like, all right, I'm over it, whatever. Not everybody is going to be open to somebody spinning that block again. But if somebody wants a shot, they're gonna have to take it. And they're gonna have to not only just take initiative, but they're gonna have to go slow. I'll give you one more. My one of my childhood besties, we used to call ourselves cousins. Went to church together, school together. Um, her ex-husband, she got two kids by him, and they got a divorce fairly early in the relationship. I want to say, I feel like it was within the first 5 years of the relationship. He wanted to run the street. He wanted to be outside. He didn't respect the fact that he had a family. He did some fatherly duties, but he wasn't committed into that relationship. And she was like, you know what? Okay. Let's just end this and you can go do whatever it is you want to do out in them streets. And she moved on. And this, y'all, had to be maybe 18 years ago. It's been a while, right? And I contacted her, I think last year around this time of year, because her birthday is near. And so what's going on? What's new? She had moved to Florida, and then she mentioned him, and I was like, "Oh wait, I'm confused. Your your baby daddy ex husband?" She said, "Yeah, we got back together." Huh? She said, "Yeah," and I'm like, "Wow, how did that happen to me?" Because all these years go by, 15, 18, I don't know how long it's been, but it's been a minute because she chose herself over his shenanigans. And she let it be known that he rebuilt his relationship with his daughters first. And then he slowly was starting to rebuild his relationship with her. But she said she would go through it sometimes. Like she would be bitter. She remembered the hurt. She remembered the pain, as any human being would. And he would give her a space. And then he would come back in and assure her, I'm not that person anymore. I promise you. And I can tell you right now, this might not have been last year. This could have been 2 years ago. But all I know is she happy now. I see it. She different, but she's happy. She didn't wait for him. She just moved on, and she didn't find anybody else, or or whoever she came across her wasn't worth her time, and she valued herself. So that's what I'm getting with this Queen of Pentacles is that she don't really need this man. If she lets him in, if this Empress Queen of Pentacles lets this person in, they will be blessed to have her in their life. But she doesn't require or need them. But what she does require is that they will have to live up to her standards. So if this person can get themselves together, then yeah. A couple people that he was allowed. Yeah. But this right here, the story I'm telling you, there was many years in between. And I'm sure that the streets was not kind to him. He didn't come right back right away. It took him, I'm telling you, it was well over 10 years. I just don't know what it was, but it was way over 10 years because their daughters are pushing 30 now. And no, not 30, mid 20s, something like that, whatever. All I know is he had to come back in with baby steps. He couldn't rush her. And that's because she valued herself. I'm a high value person. I'm not going to let you play with me. Now, I'm not Kevin Samuels high value, whatever. He was always talking about dollar bills. I'm high value in that I have self worth. You know what I'm saying? I have my self worth. I'm not overly insecure. I work on myself, even when I have insecurities and I recognize them, that I work on them. Because ain't nobody perfect, right? So you got to work on yourself. Like that's a lifelong thing to work on yourself. When you work on yourself, though, you're more self. I keep hitting the camera. Sorry. You become more self-aware, and then you realize when people play with you and test you, how unhealthy that would be to have that in your life. I was fortunate enough in my youth into my adulthood, I learned how people play with people. And now I don't need that or want that energy in my life. That I could do it by myself before I let somebody in my life that's going to manipulate and play with me. Or that's going to go have all these options and think I'm one of them. That's not how the hell I roll. And I know that if you come to my channel, I'm attracting people who are either they have self-worth or developing it. Because we're over here, we about healing. Okay. And my Clarity Empress Collective got their self-worth or they working on their self-worth because that's what this is about. This ain't about how I can go and manipulate somebody to be with me. This ain't about how I can let this person back in my life. No. They gotta work at it. This is work. This death, fifth dimension, them cycles, the healing and the forgiveness, somebody gotta put in the work to be with you, Empress. Take it how it resonates. It don't have to be a man or a woman. It just the energy, right? Somebody gotta put their masculine boots on, big boy drawers, big girl drawers on, and come with that action and show and prove that they deserve this Empress type energy, this abundant, blessed energy. Because this queen, this Empress, they embody, they're embodying similar energy in that they don't need you. You know what I'm saying? If I could stand on my own with my own self-worth, what do I need? I don't need you for. You need to be adding to my life and not taking away, not stressing me out, not getting on my nerves, not playing with me and distracting me from my goals and my purpose. You feel me? It's about that energy. If you are on some demon time and you got all these options, stay away. I won't hold you. Go get what you want. But don't come back after the world done beat you down. You better make a choice. And I'm fortunate, in many ways that these are not typically my issues, but people of all kinds, like I mentioned, a female coworker, they will try you thinking that, okay, well, I could just say a little something, come back and not do nothing different. No, I'm not playing with you. I value my peace. Like once you've taken me too far, that's it. I feel like this person, I don't know if they took you too far because I'm not getting that. I'm also getting that your lack of presence in their life is causing a major change in theirs. And this is where that I need that forgiveness because this person is now seeing who you are, what vibe you were on. Okay, and that they know they got a pride and ego issue, but that's something they need to work out on their own. That is not for up for debate, and it's not up for you to do anything about. This person has to work on their own stuff. They need to parent themselves. They need to seek good advice. And then another thing too, I will say this, and I didn't see this here. I don't think I saw it here, but I saw it in the last reading. Somebody was getting guided, right? But a lot of times people go into with this shutdown mode and they stay in their head because it kind of protects them of getting hurt, right? Instead of shutting down, well, I'll put it this way. They shouldn't be shutting down. They should be seeking support from those that do honor and respect them. They have to learn who they can trust that supports them. um when you shut down, you basically ruminate things in your head, but 9 times out of 10 you're going to come out with the same solution if it's all just in your head, meaning you can only do what you have the experience to do. You don't come out with a new idea. 9 times out of 10 you think it's new. The person who shut down thinks it's new, but it's not. It's a repeat. And that's why Spirit said you got to end those cycles. In order to end that cycle, you got to get off your own merry-go-round. You got to go and seek some support. But you can't keep doing the same thing and expecting something different. I brought up that movie a while back. Um, The Blackening, right? So it's a movie. I did not like it, so I'm not promoting the movie. But I'm just telling you about this one part in this movie where the two guys, well, after they get to this house, everybody's kind of like chit-chatting in different areas of the home. And these two brothers sat down and they conversed. And one asked the other one, so what's going on with you? And he was like, well, I met a new girl. Did you now? Yes. And verbatim everything he was trying to say about this new person in his life and how he's changed and how he's different, the other one was saying it with him, not repeating it. He was like, do you know you say this once a year, every year, that you change? She's the one. I'm different. Everything he tried to say, this brother said. He was like, you have not changed. Nothing about this conversation, nothing about every time I see you, it's the same thing. So that would be the telltale of if this person changes or not. when they come back for forgiveness, or a conversation or whatever it is that they come, you will know if they change, because if it's the same MO, they have not gotten out of their way. And but with this death card, with the cycle, is giving me that this person for this reading is going through a metamorphosis, is changing, and does want apology. This is not everybody's story, so you got to take it how it resonates. It ain't for everybody. Don't put your hope in something without proof. Let the person prove it to you. Not, I think they're going to do it. Nope. Let them do it first. Let them show you who they are first. Then make your assessment. But don't think, oh, because I do know you communicate with this person in the ethers. So you may feel what they feel. But if they don't come across and give you something different, don't go getting your hopes up with somebody, because this might not be your story. This person, uh, pride and ego could be stronger than anybody knows. You know what I'm saying? So you got to take it how it resonates. This person would definitely want to spin the block, but I don't think it's a spin the block the way it used to be. Not this particular story. This person, they really want your forgiveness, but until they finish this metamorphosis and they get out of their pride and ego and they step into their masculine energy and they take the necessary steps to get back with you the right way, you gotta leave this alone and stay in your Empress energy, staying 10 toes down. Whatever you saying, you put them on pause. Pause could be permanent. Pause don't mean you release the button and continue on. Pause mean until to be continued or not. You know what I'm saying? I remember, I remember back in the day, we used to watch them BT videos, and I used to hate when artists would do them songs and put to be continued, and you never know if the song was gonna be to be continued, because the video would be fire. You'd be like, "Oh man, this is great," and then at the end it'd be like, "To be continued." Like what? And some of them videos would never continue. That's what we dealing with right now. So somebody could, spin the block and try, and then some people could stand on that pride and ego and let that be that barrier to what they really desire. And meanwhile, they in pause, they in timeout, they on punishment, or whatever you want to call it. But this could be permanent because she don't need them. Empress, you don't need them. If you thriving without somebody now, you could continue to thrive without them. If there's no change, if there's no effort, exclamation on the effort. If there is no effort, there's no need to release your foot off the gas and you keep it moving. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I got for you on this. Take it how it resonates. If it doesn't resonate, don't take it. Please like, share, subscribe to the channel, comment in the comment section. Let me know if this resonates with you. But heavy, heavy, heavy duty on the effort. I think I'm gonna change the title or just add that heavy duty on effort and change, because we not doing cycles no more. Okay, so death to the cycles, heavy duty on effort, respect on effort, because we are empresses over here. We are evolving over here, and some of us are masculines over here. We take action when action needs to be taken. So thank you again. I appreciate y'all. I'm about to end live, and I'm gonna holler at y'all later. Peace.